talking about your company, your products, what you see your potential is in the U.S., and then Ken can tell you about his work and his viewpoint and what he thinks your potential is. So, Mr. Michelle or Ratana, if one of you want to talk a little bit about Misota, I think that'd be a good start.
Yeah. Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm
Morning.
Michelle. Yeah. Yeah. Here is good evening from the morning to you. Yeah. 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 Very great to meet you on the conference. But Misota is started to because we started in 2017. We make dry fruit like mango, banana, pineapple, and
dry mango.
And dry mango. And we produce also, we start to make the juice, like juice powder and banana powder, mango powder, and pineapple powder. And we make the roselle juice also. And our capacity production is per day around dry fruit. We can produce around 3 tons per day. For one kind of for example, for the mango, dry mango produce per day 3 tons. For months around to 90 tons to 100 tons, depend on the season also. Is the crop, the harvest is much more, we can produce much more, depend of the raw material.
So maybe Ratana also inform you about our. You received the sample, right? Ratana told us that you received sample dry mango.
Yeah, I have the samples here. We have not gotten them to Ken yet. I'm going to send them today after the call to get them to him. But they're excellent products. I've been sampling them, so to learn more about them, and we will get them over to Ken shortly.
So just to add on top of my CEO, we have sent you the sample of the dry mango low sugar, and also the dry mango with spicy flavors, dry posat orange, dry pineapple, and also the dry banana.
And what cut are the mangoes? Are these a cheek cut?
It is a slice. A slice.
Okay, I get it. It's a cheek cut. Yes, a flat cut like a palm.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it is it's like a one mango. We cut it into 2 or 3 slices. So it's not a full mango. This is a small slice.
Yes. Maybe 2 or 3 millimeters.
No. I mean that is the thickness. The thickness is around 3 to 5 mm, but the width is between 3 to 5 centimeter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. That's the type of cut that works.
Yes. Because what I'm sending is that the mangoes, the bananas, because we think it can be competitive compared to our neighbor country, for example, Thailand and Vietnam. Because currently they are also buying some raw material from Cambodia, then they repack and they re-export to some certain market.
Now, is that because of price or quality or both?
I think because they don't have enough raw material, so they get some from Cambodia, and they still doubt that they get the raw material from Cambodia, and then they still can repack and competitive compared to Cambodia, because their price like electricity and transport is more competitive than us actually.
Right, and the specific genus, the specific type of mango, does that matter as much?
It's the same it's the same type of mango. It's the caramel mango.
Very good. Very good. Let me just tell you a little bit about myself so you understand. So I've worked in manufacturing. I had my own businesses for a number of years in specialty products, mainly on the perishable side, with distribution in the U.S. I worked for nearly 20 years with Fresh Direct. Fresh Direct is an online grocer based here in New York, but with a breadth from into New England and down to Washington, D.C., with one facility in Bronx, New York. In any event, and there I worked primarily as a sourcing director internationally for everything that was private brand and for branded products if they were on the import side. And now I'm working primarily as a broker and consultant. So bringing products in right now from the EU and US domestic products, and working with mature companies and with startup companies. So I'll do anything that helps with packaging design, how the product is displayed, the attributes that the product is given on the package, the size of the package, pricing, anything that's needed there. And if you already have a very good idea about where that is, what you want to sell, then it's a matter of working with retailers and food service organizations in the States to put it into the trade. So there's a number of things we can do. It just depends on what your needs are and what you want to do within a short term, and then midterm, what is your projected goal?
Ken, how many products did you work with at Fresh Direct? It must have been thousands and thousands, I would guess.
Well, yes, but if I put different umbrellas on it. So when I started out, I was one of the founders at Fresh Direct. So myself and one other gentleman essentially brought in all vendors. We were working pretty much on a direct basis. So the name Fresh Direct. So we work directly with farmers and producers of many things. So if you're looking at a total inventory, we're looking at, yes, thousands of products, but things that were specific to the private brand end, we're talking about hundreds of items, anything from, imported waters, oils, pasta, many different products, and then working with producers in the meat industry and others to make things to our specification. So I understand the process from raw material and further value added, and finally getting into a package, and how long that can take, and making sure that it's something that looks good for the U.S. customer. So I had a question about just what sort of packs are working best for you in your current distribution model. It looks like the gusseted pack, the plastic resealable pack, and then the cups are your main products. Is there a favorite style that for your customers, or that you like to do, as opposed to what I've seen?
So you refer to our current products or
Yes, your current production and the current customers. What do you see as the most favored type of package that you make, or is it evenly divided?
because currently we have our own packaging mainly for our local market. Since the majority of our overseas customers, they are doing on their OEM. It means that they have their own brands and we repack under their brand.
Okay, so so if you're selling outside of outside of Asia, you're looking at products that are private brand as opposed to your own brand?
Currently, we sell under OEM, but separately, we also we also trying to explore with the importer or distributor that can distribute our brand to the overseas market also. So,
Okay.
like you, if you are, we have the opportunity to discuss with you, for example, to import and to distribute our brand in the US market, we would be happy to discuss about that also.
Yes, yes. So it's just the process is different for private brand versus branded product. It's a much longer process on private brand. Only that specifically within this category, there's a lot of action right now with people doing their own brand and in many dried fruits, nuts, and these sorts of products. But there's always opportunity within the branded category, depending on how the packaging is made. But are you also interested in doing bulk for repacking here in the U.S.?
Yes, yes, we don't fix to one option. We open for bulk packaging, for Misota packagings, and also the OEM also.
Okay, very good, very good. And have you thought about any one of those being your preferred method now to get into the U.S., or you're open to all of it?
I'm open for discussion because we have Ron, who is expert on that, and now we have you who have more experience to advise on that, which way is better to go.
Yes.
Because we understand that to get Misota brands into the US market, it needs a lot of effort. And given the current situation, I can see it is very tough.
Well, yeah, also we have to deal with logistics, correct? And
Yeah.
ocean freight is now, I just talked to one of the people I deal with that have Asian products. They are here in the US and based in Atlanta, but their products are made in Thailand, and they're now having to deal with ocean freight of nearly $26,000, about 22 to 23,000 euros per container, and they're simply having to take a lot of those costs and build them into essentially a marketing plan, because they can't be all passed on to the customer. So I know that logistics are a big issue.
Yes, yes. It's about 10 times from the past price.
Yes, it is not reasonable, that's for sure.
And I heard that there is also a lot of containers stuck at the port also, so it will be a challenge.
Yeah, getting them out is another thing. I have another product that's coming in for a trade show now from Japan, and that that was held up. They were hoping that the ocean freight was going to be reduced, and it's only gotten worse. So there's always a lot of issues at this point. In any event, you understand what those are, and you're prepared to deal with them.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything more you want to tell me about what you're doing currently, that I could understand how you're going about selling into the EU? Let me understand what you're getting as pushback, or the type of issues that you're confronting with the EU sales.
Because currently we have our products ready, and also our factory is certified with the ACCP and the ISO 22000 and ISO 9001. So in terms of the products and other food safety requirement, I can say that Misota is ready. It's just the current situation that we cannot travel to meet some potential clients. That's why we cannot expand our market fast.
Uh-huh. Yeah. No, I see your certifications. You have excellent certifications. So I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, yeah. So the concerns, our constraint is like what you have mentioned is about the logistic issue and about some the travel restrictions that we cannot visit our clients and they cannot come to visit our factories. That is the challenge.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Um, Now, uh, what do you see as the game plan? So if I was to take this on and start with your brand and making introductions to retail, what are you looking at in the short or midterm? What are your expectations?
For us, we expected to deal on these with the importers or the distributor. For example, we expect to deal with you. We don't expect to deal with all the retailers. It's very difficult for us to handle with the retailer.
Yeah. So to better understand what I think is a method, I'd probably have to speak to you again a little further, but I would say that as opposed to looking at the whole of the U.S. market, I'm based here on the East Coast. I would suggest that we would start something um, both regionally and then for the East Coast. So uh, if it was retail we were looking at, I would look at any number, maybe a dozen different retailers up and down the coast, the East Coast of New York of the U.S., starting in New York, and then also talk with food service and with um, packers who are doing all sorts of um, nuts and fruits currently, and to see if what you have on your prices, landed prices, would be competitive. And then if the prices are competitive, then I would show them products that they would use within their own packs um, that is currently going into um, either branded or their own brand within the region. So we would have a couple different avenues, retail with your own, and then on the manufacturing side, have products come in that would be specific to the repacking of these items. So I've worked in this area before in so-called candy, fruit, and nuts, all things that are packed for private brand, and have worked with several different packers here in the East Coast mainly, and then others that I was having, some things I was having done in Turkey. So there could be different avenues to take. I don't know what the easiest is right now. I would just say that I would make entree into retail and then into manufacturers or repackers.
Yes, yes. I think we can do both at the same times. And in terms of price, is for our main products like mangoes, orange, and banana. If we compare the price to the Thailand, I think we can be competitive with the pricing.
Yeah. So I would need to see um, what that pricing is landed U.S. port, landed specifically either New York or Miami.
So which port you are using in the US? Because currently most of the time I give the price based on the FOB basis since the freight is not stable here.
Yeah. So let's put it this way. I think I need both. I will accept an FOB price, but unless I can see a landed price, I won't really be able to make that connection solid. They're going to ask about what that value is landed, only because it'd be a new venture, correct? So before they went forward and said, we want to do a container, directly from Cambodia, uh, they'd need to have product already in the pipeline. So that's going to be the sticky point. And I do understand what you're saying. If it's going to be something that goes into repackaging and manufacturing, most times those people will buy direct loads from the source, whether it's from Thailand, China, whatever. I got it. But not having a price that's landed is going to be a little bit more difficult if I'm starting out.
Mhm.
So I can accept both, but I need both.
Yeah, yeah. So, which port that you can give so that I can check with for some
Well,
indicative
Port Newark, you know, the Port of New York, Port Newark,
New York port. Okay,
yes, and Miami.
Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So normally, I would normally say it's fine to go into the Port of LA, but not now because transportation across the country is as expensive as getting it across the ocean. It is not reasonable. It would cost us so much.
Okay, okay, yeah. So I will check with the shipping company. At least we can get the indicative so that your clients can have some ideas also.
Yeah. And of course, I
And
look forward to seeing the product.
yeah, for our position, we don't mind to do for the LCRs. It means like 1 ton or 1 pallet or 2 pallets for testing is okay. We don't fix to the full container for the first order
No, no,
also.
of course, what I would suggest as it moves forward is that we also maintain some inventory in the States, just so we have things for sampling and for small orders. So
Yeah,
let's say that's 4 to 6 pallets.
yeah,
And that way we have something immediately as opposed to saying, oh, I'll get that to you by air freight. I'll get you a sample. No, we need something here, not a lot, but something in order to accommodate sampling and sales.
okay.
And that I could also arrange for that to be stored in and around New York.
Ken, do you feel the East Coast is the best way to start with the product?
Well, only because I'm here, Ron, you know, I
Yeah.
would say, of course, things could start on the West Coast, but that for me, that's also long distance. I don't have the same kind of connections with, you know, the whether it's Albertsons Group or Safeway, that I feel the comfort level as in that I do in the East Coast. So I'd say first, let's start where there's I think it's a softer, easier market for me. That's all. And also I have better contacts for food service. Ratana, before I have any more questions for you, do you have something you want to ask me or discuss with me?
Not now. You can go ahead for your questions.
Okay. So right now you're doing how many different sizes for your retail packs?
For our retail pack, we have two sizes, 75 gram and 100 gram in the plastic zip bag.
And it's resealable, correct?
Yes, yes, we have the zipper and also we seal. So after we open the seal, there's still a zip
Right. So
to
there's a top seal you strip off,
yes,
and then a bottom seal that is for the customer.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. And on the containers, on the cups, what sizes are those?
On the cup is for the spicy flavor. It's the same 75 and 100 gram. So we put the notice the plastic bag is for the normal flavors and the cup is for the spicy flavor.
Got it.
Yeah.
And you talk about a spicy flavor. What you're using? You're using peppers. What are you using as as the seasoning for the spicy flavors?
We using the dry chili.
Okay, that's actually quite popular with mango here.
Yes, we have a spicy mango and spicy posat orange. Only these two that have the spicy flavor.
And you've sent those to Ron. He has those, correct?
Yes, yes.
Because that could be interesting. That's a point of distinction. And just so you know this in the marketplace, but I just want to reiterate. In the past 2 years with the pandemic, there's been a lot of new product and changes in the marketplace. The main things I see as changes are products that are on the health side and more innovative side of the business. What has become a very large market are products that are considered vegan or health-oriented products, and a lot of things that are fresh as opposed to um, you know shelf stable or not as natural, or things that have longer shelf lives that have gone out of favor for things that are more fresh, and especially if you can see the source of those items. The that customers can know where it comes from is a major issue. So this is also something you can play on, that you are the direct source for X, for the mango, for the orange, right? And then also talk about authentic flavors when we talk about the seasonings that you use. So I think there's something to play on in there. Within the snack category, this has also exploded again on the healthier side or the natural side of the business. So why not on the fruit side of the business? This is I know a large part of many a company's portfolio on snacking is what's considered fruit and nut snacking, because it's seen as a healthy side of snacking. So this is and that's not going to go away. That's been that way for years and has only grown. So I think it's important that we play on the health side and the sourcing side of the business, saying where it comes from, who you are, and that this is something that is a direct source. Do you also, you own the means of production? Do you own any of the farms, or do you have contracts with them so you have a steady supply for these items that will always be for your branded products?
Currently, we have our small farm, but it's not enough supply to our factories.
Right.
So we have a contract with the farmers to
So you
supply.
built a cooperative. You built a cooperative with the farmers.
We do the contract with the cooperative. It's not our own cooperative.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Ron, do you think anything that you're thinking of here from the import side or from your international expertise?
No, I think you've covered everything. I think the fact that they're working with a farmer cooperative and have healthy products and, have packaging, which is attractive. I think there's a great potential. And what we'd like to do, Mr. Michelle and Ratana, is I'll send the samples to Ken, which it's Thursday here. He'll get early next week. And then if we want to set up any subsequent meetings, we'd be happy to do that. I think that would probably be the next process to go through. And I think
Yeah, I
he'll
agree.
be happy when he sees the product. So my problem, I had to make sure I didn't eat all the products, so I would have some extras that I could send to him. So, but I do have them. I do have them.
Leave one sample for me, one small sample, Ron. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
I
But
sent
you're right.
more than 20 pieces, Ron. Don't eat all.
But I think you're right, Ron. That we should meet again after I sample the products and taste products. In fact, I'm going to a trade show in the beginning of the week, Monday through Wednesday, and I'm going to speak to my buyers at this particular show, specifically about this, because I'm working with the the produce director and the specialty director at this particular distributor. It's a distributor show here in the Northeast. And I'm going to speak with them about this. So I just want to get a sense of, what you are, what you do, so I can speak with some knowledge and just, give them a tease, give them a little taste of what this is about. And then later, if I get some positive reaction, we will see. Because they also do their own private brand besides bringing in branded products. So that could be an avenue.
There is a lot of dry mango exporting in bulk to Philippines, and then they repack under their brands export to US. So you can see a lot of dry mango import from Philippines.
Very good. I don't know what more I can ask you at this point. I would say, as we just reiterated, that I taste, and we've set up another meeting just to see what other questions there are, and I can review the taste profiles with you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for taking your time in the evening. And sorry we had to do 3 meeting invites to get Mr. Michel to join, but Mr. Michel, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, Mr. Michel.
It's a pleasure to
you.
meet you.
Thank you very
Proud
much.
of your, to me, you have a very great company, and you should be very proud of what you've built there. And hopefully we'll be able to help you build it even further in the United States.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. And you can get some more information on our website. And if you need more information, our team will send to you. What
And
you need.
I've looked through your presentation that Ron sent me. And besides that, you have your own website. And is this something I could also translate into English?
We have a 7-language website, so don't worry about translation.
Very good. Okay. Ratana, thank you very much. You've been quite helpful.
Yes, yes.
Great. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good evening.
We'll speak
Okay,
soon. Thank you for
thank
taking the
you.
time.
See you
Okay,
soon.
thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you.